right, I'm super excited to welcome our speaker now. We're excited to have our speaker today, Jasmine Morales, with she's a community impact representative with the Credit Union of Southern California. Jasmine works closely with our community to promote financial wellness and leads the F.L.Y program, helping equip young people with the skills they need for long-term success. She's dedicated to supporting local businesses and strengthening our community. This morning, she'll be sharing insights on how early financial education can shape stronger and more prepared individuals. Will you please help me welcome Jasmine?
Good morning, Brea. Good morning, Brea.
Good morning.
Thank you, Awesome Sauce, for this ring. I'm going to take it with me to every presentation. So, raise your hand if you remember your first job and you're opening your first bank account ever. Remember what that feeling felt like? We get to work with tons of high school students across Southern California, and they're taking this first step in their life into personal finance, getting out there into the workforce, or even getting to ask the questions that they may not feel comfortable asking in a setting like a classroom or going into a branch like, oh, I don't know, I feel a little bit intimidated, I'm here alone. So we're here to talk about our F.L.Y program. It's credit union financial literacy for you. So this is something that we like to share with students. We don't say that banks are bad, but there is a key difference between credit unions and banks. Credit unions are not-for-profit, banks are for-profit. So we tell students, hey, you know what, we have personal experiences with credit unions. We know that we're here to financially educate you, and banks can do the exact same, but we want you to take a chance on us as well. So we're not-for-profit, but we are for service. So we've been serving communities since 1954. We're dedicated to building better lives, and we've donated well over $500,000 in the past year to nonprofits, schools, chambers, sponsorship events. So if you have an event that you think that we can contribute to, or you'd like us to show up an appearance at, we would love to connect with you. So we serve over 180,000 members across the Southern California. We're 5 out of 5 star of our financial rating, and all of your deposits are federally insured. So what is F.L.Y? It's credit union financial literacy for youth. So we promote personal finance in our communities, whether it's at a nonprofit, a high school, whether it's through a certain foundation, online. We just want to make it a space for everyone. Finance is not a one-size-fits-all. We want to make sure that everyone feels welcome in this space, especially our students. So this is an opportunity to partner with local organizations like yourselves. We would love to bring this program to Brea and tell you what it's all about. So what is F.L.Y? So there are 3 components to this program. The first one is they have to do modules online, and it's really fast. It doesn't feel like another assignment. The great part about it is they have 60 days to complete these modules. It only takes a total of 1 hour. So they can sign back in and say, hey, you know what, I have a ton of assignments, but I really, really want to finish these modules and get this reward at the end. The second step is attending a Bite of Reality. So who's heard of a Bite of Reality before? Awesome, so a couple of us. Bite of Reality is an in-person educational simulation on personal finance. There are a total of 8 stations, kind of in a room like this, or a gym setting, depending on how many students we've done this with. We've done this with 30 high school students all the way up to 400 to 500 high school students at one time. So there are a total of 8 stations. Each student gets to play the role of an adult. They're assigned a digital family, a spouse, children, a credit score, a career, and they get to go around these different stations and try to stay within their budget. Each and every student is different. So that you can have some students that are maybe a lawyer, a teacher, a doctor, a bank teller, and they get to go around and make purchases for their family and stay within their budget. It's only a 1 hour simulation, and they love it. The last step is completely optional for students. They can visit their local Credit Union of Southern California branch, and if they open a teen account with us and a parent or guardian, we start them off with $100 just for investing in their personal financial education. So this is what to expect when students that you may know or work with sign into the module. So they're pretty quick. So there's small subsections inside each module. So savings options, budgeting for midterm goals, investing. There's so many different things, and each module is very engaging for students, but it doesn't feel like a big lift. There's no test, there's no quiz, it's all just information. So this is the really fun in-person part. All of it is fun, but the students really get the most out of this part. So it's called Bite of Reality. This is a real school that we did a Bite of Reality at. So there's me at the credit union station. Our credit union station at Bite of Reality is where we give students advice. If they run out of money, if they have a credit card payment, they come and they say, I got a luxury car, but I have no more money for groceries and daycare, so what do I do? So we give them advice just like we do at the credit union. Like, let's make a better decision. Let's undo that mistake, and don't worry, because in real life, you can get back to a better place, and it's not completely over for you. So it's awesome. These are real students. We actually have Bite of Reality planned in the La Habra area. So we're trying to move our way over here because we really feel like Brea can get a greater impact out of this as well. These are certificates of completion that students receive after every milestone in the CU5 program. So these two are for their module they complete online. And this last one, they receive after Bite of Reality. So if they have all of these certificates with them, and we can replace them if they lose them, they show these to their local branch when they open their account, and they receive that deposit. There's no fees, there's no tricks, there's no catch. They did the hard work, and we want to reward them. So the students can set up an appointment, they can become a member, and their parents can also join. So that's the great part about it is, the parents say, well, this is such a great credit union. Like, maybe we can't do the CU5 program, but I want to know more about your credit union. They're more than welcome to come on over. So, if you would like more information on the CU5 program, please reach out to me anytime. Ask me questions here today. This is our local branch. We have Michelle Cummins here, who is a board member at the Brea Chamber of Commerce. She's also our local branch manager, so she's very supportive of the program, and her team is ready to invite your teams. If you want more information digitally, I dropped flyers on every single place setting. I hope you enjoy your little chapstick that I left there for you as well. This is our site, cusocal.org/CU5. This is a 100% free program. We want to be that free resource for high school students, school districts, because personal finance is important. When I graduated high school, I had somewhat of an idea of what I needed to do and, savings accounts and have a debit card, but it was nothing like this. So if you're interested, please give me a shout. Thank you.
So question for you.
Yeah.
Do you have time to stay after?
Yes.
Okay, so we have time for one question, but Jasmine can stay after if there's more.
Yes.
What is the age range that you serve these teenagers?
The age range that we serve is 13 to 18. We know sometimes freshmen do come in early at 13 years old, and some seniors are 18 years old as well. So we offer this to a wide range of teens. So we do this at high schools. Sometimes high schools or districts choose to do freshmen only, or some want seniors right before they leave, or maybe juniors because of a specific reason, or maybe it's only the business academy. Try to be as flexible as possible. And we also offer these in the community as well. This is not just tied down to a high school or a district. We can do these at the Boys and Girls Clubs, service clubs, churches. So this is not a one-size-fits-all, but we would love to have you all out.
Good job.
We actually do have time. We're ahead of schedule. I can't believe it. So we actually do have time for more questions if anybody has any.
I have one.
Yes.
Is there any maybe future to maybe have this go online for children who just graduated and are going into college and have no clue?
Yeah, we're
Like
actually
mine.
talking
Asking for a friend.
Yes, we have tons of educational and rewarding programs for even adults that just graduated. So if they want, we partner with a program called, a company called Balance, and they offer 100% free financial resources for all of our members. And it's at no cost to you. The credit union covers that cost for you. So I would love to give you more information.
Perfect. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Anybody else? All right, let's give Jasmine a big hand. Thank you, Jasmine. Okay, that worked. All right, I'm going to introduce our next set of speakers. We're excited to welcome Sarah Watkins and Kimberly Sommer of AUsome Sauce. They're the leaders behind AUsome Sauce, which is a nonprofit dedicated to creating inclusive spaces and opportunities for individuals with autism and their families. Sarah and Kimberly work to foster connection, support, and a true sense of belonging through community programs, events, and advocacy. And who loved the sensory area at the back earlier? Wasn't that fun? Yeah, they brought that last time, and we really love it. So help me welcome Sarah and Kimberly. Too much there, so if you need it.
So I have my fidget. I hope you guys all have your fidgets. We did place them on the table. Yep, we passed them around. I hope you guys had a chance. I know some people got in our sensory items that we had. We have a canoe, there's a spin chair, and I'm like very short. I don't wear my high heels today. But make sure you stop by before you leave if you have not. Again, my name is Sarah Watkins. Thank you, Lacey. I appreciate this. And that's my little family. AUsome Sauce was created in 2022. We're operating roughly about 4 years now, almost literally 4-year anniversary. And I have a obviously very deep connection to the neurodiverse community because my son was diagnosed with autism at the age of 2. He'll be 10 in August, which is crazy. He's almost as tall as I am. And I searched and searched for a sense of community, could not find something that was helpful to my family at his age range. And because of that, I decided to sort of hit the ground running and create something that would work for my family because I knew that there was a need and I couldn't find it. So with that, it kind of became difficult for me to do everyday things, like go to the bank. We talked about that. It was difficult for us to sit and wait. Parks were not always easy because my son was an eloper. He would take off running very, very fast. And it became a safety concern for my family. And so I started to realize that businesses, outdoor spaces, a lot of things that were just normal tasks for us as a family were difficult. So I wanted to bring light to why it's important that businesses, communities should know why it's important to be more, inclusive and supportive of neurodivergent individuals. And it becomes a very scary situation, and I don't think anyone understands until they're actually in it. So I wanted to create AUsome Sauce to raise awareness, but also provide a real tangible support and, like I said, inclusivity, as well as resources, education, and just make sure that everyone's aware that autism exists. And now I believe it's 1 in 36 individuals that are diagnosed. So if you don't know someone right now, you're probably going to know someone very soon, whether that be a family member, a friend, a grandchild, a grandchild's friend. So it's definitely creeping in a little bit more. So it is Autism Awareness Month in April, which is why we're here as well. And we do have some opportunities for you as businesses and resources and individuals to partner with AUsome Sauce, and that's why I brought Kim along. She's going to give you some of that information.
Okay, thank you. I think I have this one. Okay. I'm Kimberly Sommer. I'm Director of Events for AUsome Sauce. I have 2 kids on the spectrum, and I found Sarah through a flyer going around the schools at BOUSD, and I showed up to a mom's night first without my kids. I said, I need to come meet moms like me that are in my situation, and I want to come and just vent with you, hang out with you, and that's where our story began. So that was have wine, sure. So that was when I got involved, and I loved it so much. All of our kids became family with their family, and AUsome Sauce does an amazing job at supporting mixers and events, special events, holidays. We do a lot with trying to keep our kids in mind and families like ours. And so we seek out spaces. She's been at the community center now because it's fully fenced and enclosed for our mixers for 4 years. We also are in a new space that offers a sensory room and a sensory area. So we're always trying to keep our kids in mind with these events, and we offer all sorts of things. So, but our biggest event, which is why we're here to talk today, is we have 2 a year, and it's our resource market. And this is a curation of resources, nonprofits, local businesses, entertainment, something for the kids too. But this is become actually an evolving event that has gotten extremely big, and our community really strives for it. When you first get a diagnosis, you're not handed a guidebook for at any level, really, but you feel sort of lost with what is out there and available to you. And truth be told, our world is not built for our kiddos initially. And so this is an opportunity for families to come to and find options for them for their kids. And when I say that, something as simple as a swim lesson. It is kind of heartbreaking when you go as a parent and you start T-ball and the coach comes up to you and goes, "Hey, I don't know how to coach your kid." And that's the sad truth of the matter. I don't think we can do this year. The adaptive T-ball coach will be at our event offering their service. The adaptive swim instructor, the adaptive ski and snowboard instructor. I mean, these are things that our families are like, "Oh my God, I had no idea this program existed." Sometimes it's within programs of NJB or bigger programs that already exist, but they're here going, "Hey parents, we have an option for you." And so that's really been useful. We also have businesses like our chamber partners that have come and they help sponsor, or they'll come and do a booth, and then they'll say, "Hey, we are inclusive already because we provide a sensory room, or we provide a sensory kit of some kind, or we offer some sort of option of inclusion. If you do have to come in and sit at the bank for a while and open an account at the credit union, we welcome your family because we've got options. We've got noise canceling headphones. We've got, something that can be of use to you in an event where you feel like your kiddo's overwhelmed or not thriving in that moment." But our Roundup for Inclusion is our new theme for this year. It is going to be on May 16th. We have flyers in the back. Please consider, even if you cannot come and table an event with us, please consider just helping us out. We're a super tiny nonprofit who barely breaks even every year, but we have a really good community that comes. It's grown to 250 to 300 families now. We have over 50 vendors join us. We've got big leagues like Chalk Hospital comes. We have Regional Center, which is a county provided service to kids with disabilities. We have Pretend City, which is an Irvine kid play place. They partner with us and they do a really amazing job at Pretend City with doing neurodiverse nights for free for families. And so they come and offer what they could offer our families as far as inclusion. So that's what our Roundup is. We invite you to come. If we go to the next slide, sorry, we do have pony rides and fun stuff too. But we want to say a big thank you to Green Tomato Grill and Lander Chiropractic because those are our fellow chamber members here that have come and participated. But it's nice that you can be recognized now as a business that has aligned your support with inclusivity in some sort of organization like ours. April, it's nice to be able to market that, like you with Autism Awareness. If you guys wanted to put out some social media posts, "Hey, we're going to be at this event. Watch us here. We're in support of Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month." We will shout you out as much as we can. We have a pretty cool following now with our community because we just have seen such a need for it in this area. And then obviously there's going to be lots of other local businesses and people to be with you. Oh, I don't know why the flyer looks like it's in Egyptian. So sorry. That's interesting. But it is printed correctly on the back here, and these are our different partnering sponsorship levels. This is the code if you wanted to sign up as a vendor or a sponsor, it's the same code. So if you'd like to come as a small business, we do have a code here, a discount code for everybody in the room called Chamber, and you get a little bit of a discount. And then if you do become a sponsor and partner with us, then you will obviously get a table as well. So we just thank you so much. And then I wanted to go over our kits, which we have in the back that you might have played with a little bit. These, Sarah came last year and spoke for the Autism Awareness month, and we talked about these sensory kits and about creating something. And I think the consensus in the room was, hey, you guys make it and we'll just buy it.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We came prepared this year. And inside, these are pretty simple, and you can take from this and expand it even and add to it. But we've got some noise canceling headphones. Even if your environment's not noisy, it's about deep pressure too, and it could be, you know, more calming for them or familiar for them. We've got these cool tablet-like simulators, and they draw, and then they can clear it and do it over and over and over again. So these are really neat. Lots of fidgets, like we've been advertised with Pastor Doug over there. Different things that take different shape, you know. So all of this stuff is, it might be new to the kiddo you're in front of, and if, you know, we are I'm going to use your setting, your bank setting, and things are going long, or parents are in a situation where the kids are just, there's nothing there for them, right? And so they're having a hard time. You might be able to recognize that and say, hey kiddo, I'm going to extend your life time in our business a little bit longer and pull this out, and this might just be a saving grace for that mom who isn't going to go back to the car with all their kids and get their own stuff, right? So these are offered back here, and we take all forms of payment, and we appreciate you having us come and educate in any way that we can on this topic. It's obviously close to our home, so sometimes it's a little rough, but we're here, we're advocating, we're trying to offer a lot to you as value, but also to our families and our curated community that we've kind of created. So that's really what we're doing, adding value.
Nice.
So
Nice.
thank you.
Any questions for
Any
Sarah,
questions?
Kimberly?
Yes.
Could you briefly explain what is the spectrum and how you can be on this side or this side? And
Yeah. I mean, the spectrum now, there's so many different definitions, right? And that's why they have the spectrum. The diagnosis level of things has completely changed in the recent decades. They don't diagnose Asperger's anymore, for example. That's just on the spectrum. And you can have more profound diagnoses that would be considered on the spectrum, right? And so nonverbal kids and verbal kids are both going to be on the spectrum, just one way or another. And we use autism a lot because our kids have that diagnosis, but really we're talking about neurodiverse universe, right? So it's a huge umbrella. You have Down syndrome in there, you've got ADHD in there, you've got dyslexia, you've got all sorts of diagnoses, and Awesome Sauce is a pun for autism, but our community kind of covers everybody. So I hope that kind of explained a little bit, but that could be a very long-winded answer, I guess, if we went into the medical part of it.
What do they say? You meet one person with autism, or
If you meet one person with autism, you've met one,
person with
because
autism.
every single one
So
is
different.
completely different.
so
Yeah.
different.
And this bin is extremely generic, and this might not help every single kiddo,
Yeah.
right? But this is just a little stepping stone into maybe offering some sort of support, or even the fact that you included to think of our families in your business would be the sentiment enough, right? And so the kid could throw it across the room, I'm not sure, but like it just is also showing the parents that you thought of them in some way or another.
I can
That's
guarantee you by word of mouth, if we feel very comfortable in your setting, we'll come back and we'll tell people about it.
Yeah.
Because I know certain restaurants in Brea that are loud enough for us to sit. Sometimes they'll have those where you can pay on the table that also have games. I'll pay the $2 so my child can, sit and entertain themselves, and we'll go in groups and we will go back. But it is something that I can guarantee you, if we feel safe and comfortable in your business, we will return. And just knowing and having something like this is also something that we'll talk about as well. So, yeah.
Any other questions? Yeah.
Do you have other kits that can be used for other age ranges?
We can curate anything you guys need. If you would like us to be a resource of that, please pick up our card in the back and we can talk about it. We're going to talk to the credit union about even including some branded stuff maybe. If you feel like this kit might not suit you today, like we can talk about that for sure. Because all we can offer is like our insight and maybe personal experience of what could work. We try to go super generic on these, but if you want to talk about maybe a bigger more curated box, we can totally do that too.
Yeah, I just want to congratulate you on doing this because
Thank you.
I've seen in my dental practice a lot of parents who struggled and they come to me because they can't find services for their
Yes.
kids. And it takes a lot of just planning to be able to like reserve that time with no sensory, with no overstimulation, and it's just one-on-one focused on them, and a lot of behavioral management. And I've tried to put these kits together myself, and I just individually, but I love that you guys have this.
Yeah,
now.
thank you. And if you need something,
for other age ranges too.
yeah,
I
sure.
have some, I did one for my son's classroom, and he has 6th graders in there, and we put those old school Game Boys in there too that have the different types of games on there, because they're not all of them are gonna use certain fidgets. So we've done things like that, maybe books, comic books even can be put in there. Just things that they can look at that they might not need the stuff for their hands, to actually move. So
Yeah.
Okay.
definitely
Thank
do
you
that.
very much.
I'll
Yeah, reach out to us, please. Yeah. And if anyone in the room knows of a business that or a service or resource that you feel like would benefit from our event, even if that might not be you today, please let us know. If there's an adaptive karate studio or swim lessons or speech therapy, someone that you might know within this community that's not in this room, please spread the word, because we're just trying to make this bigger and better. And we want a resource for those parents who might be going through this for the very first time without the handbook to be able to walk into our event and say, oh my gosh, there's so much here in one place. That's kind of the goal. So
There's more people out there like you.
yeah, there are.
Any other questions?
All right.
Chris?
Wait, we got one more.
I should comment, 'cause I was just related to like business sense. I was in the market for window tint. And I was doing shopping around trying to find the best price around different businesses. And one business caught my eye because they said, if you have a child with a disability and they have a window that they sit at regularly, we'll give you a discount for that window.
Oh,
And
cool.
even though it wasn't the cheapest option, it made me like, oh, we should go there. So
Yeah.
it's just that little inclusion, it got me. So
Yeah.
that's just.
And Chris is an autism dad. That's Sarah's husband, if
Yes.
anyone didn't know. But I agree with that. If I see something that is advertised for inclusivity or advertised for neurodiverse, I gravitate towards it, right? It means something to me and my family. So that is really cool. And I do remember, like you said, if we had a great experience at one place versus another, I remember it and feel it. So yeah, it's something small, could be something very little, language used or something, but that is, and Pretensity, like I said, I use them as an example because they knew that their event building gets overwhelming when you have a lot of kids. Half of Irvine goes there, I think, in the same day, I swear. And so our kids have a hard time with that. So they said, you know what, every Thursday, twice a month, we are going to cater to this community and we're gonna not charge them for it. And that's just a way that you can kind of see that they've dedicated to marketing their business to be able to offer to this, community. So we appreciate them greatly for it, so.
Other questions? We've
Thank
also
you
been
so
asked
much.
to talk to, if you have staff that maybe are working the front desk or are with patients,
Yes.
we can then, I've been asked to go and talk to those staff and just give them cues. Maybe, I think I talked about this last year, where an adult man might be 18, will come in holding a small pink fidget or a Thomas the Train, and your staff might think, that's a little interesting. Why is that person holding, or this tall man holding a toy for someone that's 5 years old, right? So those are things and cues that maybe we want to train our staff on, and how they can maybe not stare or say, how can I help you? Let's take you to a different room. Ask questions, because it's really not that difficult, and I guarantee you we will, if we need the help and we feel comfortable, we'll have that conversation with you and really come back. Like I said, we've talked about that often. But yes, yeah. Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.